Number 71. Find the linear speed of the moon if the average distance between the Earth and moon is 239,000 miles, assuming the orbit of the moon is circular and requires about 28 days. Express your answer, okay, in miles per hour. So let's pretend that this little point right here will represent the Earth. And as we know, the moon will revolve, let's call this the moon. Okay, it'll revolve right around the Earth. And it's said to assume that it's circular, right? So first let me actually draw a little circle, and I'll center this Earth right, okay, I guess that didn't like that. I'll center the Earth right in the middle, okay? And let's just, pretend that the moon is right here. And it tells us now, it tells us the distance between the Earth and the moon, okay? Well, if you look at it in the context of this picture, right, when I draw my circle in, they actually told me the radius, right, of this circular orbit, okay? And the reason why is because as the moon rotates, it's going to keep going around and around and around, right, until it, I don't know, keeps going or crashes into the Earth one day. Well, actually, that's until the sun eats us all up, but that's beside the point. It told us that this is now 239,000 miles, okay? What happened to the zeros there? 239,000 miles, all right? Now, we need to find, okay, so that's basically all that the picture tells us, and it also tells us, right, not in the problem, but it tells us that it's going to take the moon 28 days to make this entire circular track. Okay, so first, now, we have a little picture, kind of understanding what's going on. Let's identify now the question. It says find the linear speed, all right? So remember, speed, linear speed, that is 2, is going to be the linear distance divided by the time it takes to cover that distance. Okay, that's always going to be the speed formula. Now, in this particular case, speed, all right, if I were to ask you now, what is the distance? Now, I don't want to know the number, but I want you to think about the concept. As the moon rotates around, right, what distance is it covering of the circle? What's it called? What's that called? Well, it's covering the circumference of the circle, right? So in my picture here, and that's why pictures are important, right? They're worth 1,000 words. Sorry, right? Well, 1,000 more. What am I talking about? 1,000 words. They're worth 1,000 words. Is that the saying? Picture's worth 1,000 words. Yes. Yes. I don't know. Anyway, okay. Circumference. That's the distance, okay? That's what the distance is represented by in this problem. Divided then by the time. Cool? Now you have to keep in mind, how do you find circumference? Right? What's the formula? Well, you got two formulas. 2 pi times the radius of that particular circle that you're finding the circumference of, or you can just do pi d. All right, it depends, which is the diameter of that particular circle. Since I know the radius here, let's keep it simple. Let's just use the 2 pi r. Then divide it now by the time it takes to cover it. I'm just going to call it t. So this is kind of your formula. So now the linear speed will be equal to 2 pi multiplied by the radius, which they gave to you, right, was 239,000 miles. And then that is all going to be divided by now the time. And what's the time? Well, they told us it in days, right, 28 days, okay? Now, you can plug in 28 days down here, if you like. The problem is, though, they want it in miles per hour, not miles per day. So probably what we're going to want to do first is actually make a conversion or do a conversion. So simply take now your 28 days and do your conversion on now. So 28 days, we got to figure out how many hours that is. And this, this will make sense. Whatever unit you start with, you want to put on the bottom days. And then I think to myself, maybe can I go to hours first? Well, in order for me to make this conversion right now, I need to know how many hours there are in a day. Whether you call this days plural or day, it's the same thing. Okay? So maybe just so it makes a little more sense. Do you know how many hours there are in a day? Right, 24. 24 hours in a single day. So what happens is the days cancel, you're left with hours, and this is how you do the conversion. This is exactly how it's done. But that should make sense, right? I mean, if there are 24 hours in a day, and you're talking about 28 days, right, worth of hours, what would you do? You'd multiply the two numbers. That's what it tells you. Okay, so take out your calculator if you want, type in 28 times 24. And that gets you now 672 hours. So this is now the hour value that's going to go down there at the bottom. Okay? So this is 672 hours, and now when you do your calculation, it will be in miles per hour. Okay? So speed now will equal, now plug it on in. So 2 times pi, so second pi. All right, 2 times pi, there it is, multiplied now by 239,000. All right, and divide it now by the 672. 672, boom. So there's now your linear speed, okay? So it's going to be 2,230, 4.6, wherever you got to round it, okay? Here in math, they don't care about significant figures, but once you get to physics, you got to be careful. I'd probably round it to 2 sig figs, but I don't think that's what they want. So this is in miles per hour, okay? Technically, though, it should really be just 2,200 miles an hour. Anyway, but I know if you're like, what are you talking significant figures? I never heard of this. Don't worry about it. Your life's better off without them anyway. Guys, thanks so very much for tuning in. I really do appreciate it. I hope this helps. And if it does, give us a hand, like and subscribe, and definitely tell some of your classmates. That helps us out tremendously. And I thank you in advance, all right? We'll see you soon.